What up? Who?
Hello. Can you hear me? I can hear myself. Hello. Can you hear me? I can hear myself. Hello. Oh no. Here we go. Hello everybody. Hope you guys are doing great today. And it does look like we're going into the first game. Hello everybody.
So you'll get the opportunity to listen to my lovely voice instead. Okay, so we'll quickly jump into it. We see the Morgana ban and the Sejuani ban. Decent Yasuo. Yeah, so what I did see in the little bit of research that I did as well is that um, there's a lot of Lee Sin being played by the jungler on the red side for Ego, and Yasuo, it looks like their mid laner and their ADC actually play that champion. On the blue side bans, yeah, I'm a bit surprised by the Sejuani ban. I sort of am of the opinion that Trundle is a lot stronger and a higher priority jungler in the current meta, but we'll see. They could lock this in first pick if they wanted to, but yeah, I was gonna say I think they're gonna go for the Ornn. The Ornn has seen like a lot of prio. The thing is, there are still a lot of picks that can work into the Ornn. They don't necessarily have, that engage that the Ornn has, but something like a Mordekaiser is quite a good counter to him, in the sense that if the Ornn ulties, and okay, so it looks like it's not going to be Mordekaiser, it's just going to be Urgot. Okay, yeah, this works as well, and that's the thing. I don't know I don't know how much kill pressure the Urgot will have on the Ornn, but the later it goes, yeah, the more I think the harder it's going to get for them to deal with the side lane Urgot. Early, I don't know how much kill
Okay,
pressure
I think I'm back.
on the Ornn,
Let me just check.
but the later it goes,
Gotta wait for this to come through on the stream to make sure.
I think the harder it's going to get for them to deal with the side Yeah, it sounds like you're back.
I think I'm back.
Woo! I'm back, guys. I'm back. Don't worry. My mic decided to not work, but yeah, definitely.
If I was your mic, I would.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you with regards to the Ornn. I was listening to you in the back while I was trying to fix everything.
Everyone listens
Caitlyn
to me.
is a little bit of a different pick from what I saw.
Yeah, no, so that's the thing. I mean, what I saw as well is sort of a host of ADCs being played.
Yeah.
But the Leona was quite obvious to me. So yeah, I actually was surprised that the Thresh was banned instead of the Leona. But yeah, like no prio on the red side in terms of their ADC. I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't try to grab something like the Aphelios. Okay, so it looks like they are gonna go
Okay.
ADC pick. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I have
I'm
seen.
gonna say I'd be a little bit surprised. To
Yeah,
be
from the
honest.
research, I did see Despicable Llama playing quite a few Kaiser games in his chat, and in his gameplay, sorry, in his match history. He was also the Philios was there. I'm just not too sure if this is the game they want to bring it out in, but yeah, Cassiopeia.
Yeah, she's a fairly safe mid laner. We did see the Azir hover as well. I don't know if that means that they're gonna consider banning her or if they just threatening to pick her to see if blue side will ban her. Azir, we've seen a lot of Azir in some of the pro leagues, so wouldn't be too surprised.
If I was Team Ferocity right now, I'd probably have banned the Lee Sin, just because from the research that I saw, AnotherDoug probably had like 18 games of Lee Sin in his match history. So he's definitely been practicing that guy. I'm not too sure.
Is banned.
Well, Lee Sin got banned first. Sorry, my mistake. I didn't see that one. I was busy sorting out my mic. Yeah, okay. So that definitely makes sense. So
Sure, a lot of jungle bans. Yeah, I mean, we saw the Sett, we saw that Lee Sin's been taken off. I still think Trundle is a very viable pick. I mean, we've seen games where he's been first picked. Okay, yeah, I mean, we've seen the Fiddle get a lot of bans, especially in like solo queue and that. I'm not sold necessarily on the Fiddlesticks. I still think the Trundle is sort of the number one pick to go to in the jungle, but I think he gets countered by Fiddlesticks, I think. Anyway, so it might be, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so the Amumu pick into the Fiddles is a bit odd as well, because if the Fiddle gets his ulti off, even if the Amumu then ultis, the Fiddlesticks ulti will still run, so he'll be stunned. He won't be able to move, but that's not so much of a problem as long as he's in sort of the right place already. So a little bit surprised. Viktor in the mid lane. Yes, I saw.
yes.
Who's their mid laner again? Let me just have a look. I think it's Alcatrazzz is the mid laner for a League of Legends team.
Yes, I did see
and
that.
Viktor is fairly safe in the mid lane. Is fairly easy to farm with, especially once you get a couple of points in that E, in that death ray, and you can upgrade it as well. So yeah, let's just have a look at the team. So the answer was the Qiyana in the mid lane. A little bit surprised because that there's not a lot of AP coming out of the red side team unless the Kaiser goes for that sort of hybrid build or the more like attack speed AP build. That is possible, but if she doesn't, if she goes AD, Qiyana goes AD, Urgot goes AD, it might become quite easy for something like the Ornn, the Amumu, and the Leona to itemize against. So I'll be interested to see what build the Kaiser goes for, because I think they're really lacking some AP. Yes, obviously Fiddlesticks brings a lot of AP, but he is only one champion.
Yeah, I think we still might see a normal Kaiser coming out through. Probably might get the hourglass to see just to add that AP damage for that empowered W. But I don't think she's honestly gonna go like mainly AP. I think she'll probably just go the normal build with the
Yeah,
tier
so
into the Manamuna and
yeah, so yeah, sorry, I wasn't suggesting full AP, but I was suggesting that the Jinsu's and that sort of like the attack speed AP build.
yeah. No, I
But
think
we'll see. Let's see. She probably will still go for the tier as well. On blue side, so okay, so if we just quickly compare the two comps, I probably prefer blue side's comp.
yes, I
We have a
agree
League
with
of
you.
Legends team on the blue side, not a random League of Legends team. That's actually the name of the team is a League of Legends team, in case you weren't aware. So, so yeah, I think I prefer their comp overall. I think they have a very nice front to back. They have very nice engage. I mean, the Leona ult, the Ornn ult, and the Amumu ult is, yo, man, that is a lot of CC before we even get into some of the other spells. And, you know, if someone like the Leona or the Amumu ulties about three or four people and the Viktor gets his ulti down onto that, it's going to be a lot of damage. A lot of people are going to die quite quickly. And, you know, they also have some nice siege potential. The Viktor's going to be able to poke them down, even if they stay under the turret because of that death ray. The Caitlyn's range is going to help her as well. So, overall, yeah, I like this draft out of the blue side. But, you know, as we've said many times, it comes down to actual performance. So, let's see what these teams can do.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be interesting. Like you say, a crapload of CC. It's going to be um, fun to see if the Zaya can roam around the map and maybe pick some people off in between um, lane phases, kind of in the jungle and stuff. But yeah, so for everybody who is joining, we are just about to start our first game. It is a League of Legends team versus Ego Team Ferocity, and we will be getting into that pretty soon.
Okay, so it looks like loading up. Oh, that's a pretty cool Fiddlestick skin. I actually haven't seen that one played, but I
Union
like that
Jack
splash.
Fiddlesticks. Ooh, Conqueror,
Yeah.
Alistar. Ooh, pulling out the good skins, but that's only
Oh, I thought
only
you meant
two.
Conquerors in the summoner spell. I
No,
was starting to be like, what on earth
we do
is
have
he
the
thinking?
Dark Harvest on the Fiddles, and instead of the Electrocute, we have seen some Electrocute Fiddlesticks coming out. Everything else kind of looks standard. Ignite on the Leona,
Yeah,
Ignite on
I think
Ali.
I've seen the domination tree prioritized on Qiyana mostly, so usually the electrocute. So yeah, I think she obviously with the Conqueror wants to go for extended trades, not those short bursts. I yeah, I would have actually expected her to go for, well, look, we'll have to see how she itemizes, but I would expect her to go for the burst, for like a bursty build, because there's actually no one to keep the Caitlyn safe on the blue side. So if you know someone like the Qiyana, or specifically the Qiyana, can sneak around and get around all the CC that we mentioned, she can definitely burst down that Caitlyn.
We do have,
Might be interesting.
yeah, a 5-man team coming here. Ali is going to spot them, but he isn't going to get engaged upon. No, they do get the deep board, and that's about it. And we do have a pause coming out with the
Oh no.
disconnect from the
Hopefully,
Caitlyn.
hopefully we don't see the same as last night. There were really a lot of problems with our first game last night in terms of the connection. We actually, I think one person was AFK for like
7
almost
minutes?
20 minutes in
No.
total.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because it was
in the
5 minutes in the
yeah in
beginning.
the beginning of the game, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
And, yeah, potentially, cost their team. Yeah, but it's also sometimes sort of out of everyone's control. It looks like we're ready to get back in, though.
Oh. Well, I don't know
didn't
the
see
chat
the
open.
reconnect.
Yeah.
I didn't see the reconnect notification, but the teams are saying that they're ready.
Oh, here comes a resume.
Okay, so maybe he's back in. Hopefully he's back in. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, great.
Raven over here saying about last night's fun and games that we had. Ray VDN, sorry. That was my mistake for that mispronunciation. Oh, we do see the Fiddles run into the Ornn, but...
Ah, bro, what you gonna do to
That's a very tanky Ornn in the beginning, so yeah.
Right.
Let me just see if I can get...
Look at that. Literally just laugh. What a bad. What a... Oh, not bad. Broken
troll.
champion.
What a troll.
What a troll. Ooh, okay, so look at the red side's bot lane. They're waiting in this because they know that
the
bot lane's probably helping the Amumu on this buff. I wonder if they stick around.
Oh,
they
great.
might as well commit to it.
Oh, here it comes. Are we gonna see this? Level 1. Here we go. Oh, great damage coming out on the Caitlyn. Ignite does come through. Flash from the Kai'Sa. No, flash from the Caitlyn actually over the wall to get away from that. And yeah, I'm not too sure. Great play. But
how much damage would that Kai'Sa proc on the passive? Because she didn't get to proc a passive. I think she needed one more auto to proc that.
Yeah, I think I honestly would have liked to see maybe the flash, but I'm not too sure if it would have got the kill, to be honest. So yeah,
look, actually, to be fair as well, force the flash out of the other team. It just makes it that much easier for when your jungler comes and ganks. Because if the last thing you want is you flash, you don't get the kill, and then the jungler comes and punishes you for not having flash. So I think flash advantage definitely still work.
Why is this here? Yeah, we just see normal laning stages. Fiddles did take his Raptors and the red and left the Grumps at the top. The Krugs, I mean. And now he's taking Grump and blue.
I mean, I want to see him. He's going to do that dual jungle thing with that drain. This is pretty cool thing you can do on Fiddlesticks if you guys haven't seen this being done yet. Yeah, I really want to see Fiddlesticks come and gank this bot lane. Okay, not right now necessarily, but before Caitlyn gets her flashback.
Yeah.
I want to see them punish this. Otherwise, their level 1 play was almost for nothing because they did burn the ignite. Looks like he is moving down.
Taking Scuttle. Amumu's taking top side Scuttle.
Yeah, so look, blue side have priority on the top side because Ornn is pushing the Urgot in. So, Amumu taking that Scuttlecrat makes sense, it's easy for him. And the opposite on the other side.
Amumu is coming in the mid lane. Qiyana actually does go in on the Viktor. The gravity field does come down but does no damage. Here comes Amumu. He doesn't get the bandage from that flash. So great play from that. In the bot lane we do see first blood actually coming over to the Fiddlestick. And we will probably jump back to that just to show you guys that action.
There's going to be a bit of
another gank, in the mid lane. He does go invisible. Bandage Trust does land.
Jeez, this champion
Great.
is so mobile.
Oh, great attack. But Qiyana does get out with a kick to the creep.
Ooh, these are a lot of creeps. I wonder how much he's going to miss. See if Viktor can try and poke her off. Get her to miss any of these. This is a lot of gold.
I think if she can pick up a...
Look, she should be fine.
Turret. Ooh, flash ignite. Is it gonna get it? I think it is. Yep. That's 1-1.
Alistar is roaming. I think they have CIE standing on a ward, so it should be okay. Yeah, but this Qiyana's gonna miss all this farm as well. Oh man, this feels bad. This feels really bad for the Qiyana player right now. But yeah, look, I missed that Fiddlesticks with the first blood, but he did exactly what I expected, punishing that flashless ADC. And Alistar had his flash, so I assume he did some sort of flash Q to guarantee the stun. And then just had Fiddles and Kai'Sa there to clean it up. So nice all-round, nice play, understanding the advantage that they had and exploiting that, but also good individual play from the Viktor to punish the Qiyana. for trying to stay and get all those creeps.
Yeah.
Despite being so low.
I feel like if Qiyana picked up
Corrupting Potion?
no, I'm not too sure. That stone on her W to throw that extra damage. I'm pretty sure she could have got the back line of those creeps and then just backed off from there and kind of reset.
Might come for a
gank in the bot lane. Yeah, I see him moving. He's gonna get spotted by this ward. There's the pink ward, and he doesn't decide to go in.
Yeah, but now because they have the priority vision. Oh, Caitlyn just blind walking into there. Oh my goodness, that is dangerous, guys. Kids don't do that at home.
Yeah, I think he was pretty safe. Fight in the top lane. OT does come out from the Ornn. Flash over the OT, but the Ornn empowered attack just says good night. Great dodge from the OT from the Urgot, but not worth it in terms of the kill. Probably should have tried to flash further away from him. It did look like he was going to get that kill, but
this Urgot, what are you doing? You need to
in
get
the
back
bot
to
lane, we do see fight coming up. Ferocity here. Damage is going to come through onto the Alistar, yes, onto the Leona, and it does look like they're going to keep chasing this. Alistar's sticking around. WQ does go, and she doesn't have vision of him. He does get the last order, but it doesn't do enough damage. Qiyana is fighting the Viktor in the mid lane. Great gravity field to bind her, and that's going to be the end of that fight.
Gee, that was so close. Holy shit. I really thought that Alistar was just giving away a kill to the Caitlyn. Really well played. Who's that? Jean de Paul. Very nicely played, man. But yeah, this Fiddlesticks just camped bot because they knew the Caitlyn flash was still just on cooldown. I think it's now back up. So, but it's fine, 0 and 2, and nice punish. Yeah, and if we talk about this Ornn in the top lane, yeah, he's again, if you're going to let him through in the pick, if you're not going to ban him on the red side, I think you should be expecting a first pick on the blue side. So I don't know if the Urgot was the intended answer into this, but if it is, it doesn't look like it's working as yet. I mean, it looks like Urgot did a lot there, but he really didn't.
Yeah, it was
that trade every day.
Great interrupt into the knockup from the Urgot, throwing him back rather than getting knocked up. Great play between that, but I'm not too sure. I think Ornn still wins these in overall engage. Here he goes again, doesn't decide to go fully in, just does the breath and the Q, and yeah, he might go in now.
All over.
Yeah, that's the thing. Again. And Urgot can't really do anything against it. I think when he does get that W, he can at least just sit in the lane and kind of continue to have that minigun fire at him. But for now, we don't see much action.
The thing is, it's going to take him longer to finish the Black Cleaver than it's going to take the Ornn to build armor. And so the Urgot's damage will always be behind the Ornn's defensive stats. And yeah, I don't think this Urgot's ever really going to be able to do much to the Ornn, at least in the early
Alistar does go in on the bot lane, does get the WE combo. Kai'Sa does go in, but the heal does keep her alive. Alistar taking quite a bit of turret shots, and the Q does land. The flash comes out from the Kai'Sa, but she doesn't get the auto attack. And here comes the TP from the top lane and the bot, and both top lanes. Ornn lands the OT onto the Kai'Sa, but the Alistar actually secures that kill onto the onto the Caitlyn. Urgot, great OT onto the Ornn and gets the double kill. So great TP coming out from that bot lane, from the top lane on the Urgot to secure those kills. And now it does look like they're going to go for Drake. Qiyana hasn't come around yet, but they are starting it. We do have Viktor coming in, and the Amumu does get iced in place, but flash bandage actually to land. Viktor's ulti does miss thanks to the flash, but the Amumu ulti does land, and that is a dead Qiyana. And now we do see a turret go down, and Drake has fallen as well, so definitely some good early engages here.
This Qiyana is getting finished.
In the early game. She's not doing too well, but I mean
she's farming nicely. She's keeping up with the Viktor. but she's already 500 gold down, and a level down. So yeah, you know, more and more plates are gonna keep falling at this rate in favor of the Viktor. So yeah, again, we said, you know, this Viktor or who's this Alcatrazzz likes to play the Viktor. So I'm surprised that they let it through. You know, we saw, what is it, a Sejuani that I'm still quite surprised about. But yeah, look, it's still early games. So lead in the top side, or in the solo lanes for blue side, but lead in the bot lane and jungle for red side. So definitely a pretty even game, and the gold lead is in favor of the team with the most kills. That is, you know, on the red side. So
Ferocity.
yeah, but still a close game.
Yeah, I think this Urgot's definitely going to have some issues in this top lane now that the Ornn has got that chainmail once again, chain vest.
Goodness.
Yes, once again.
142 armor on this Ornn already, and Urgot still hasn't finished. I don't even think he's close to finishing that Black Cleaver yet. And yeah, it's going to take a long time for the Urgot to do anything, or any sort of damage to this Ornn. Ornn is just free to push in and roam. And you know, this is what he wants to do.
Ooh, we do see the Amumu
Amumu's
starting the
spotted.
Rift Herald. Urgot is coming around here, but I'm not too sure if he wants to pick this fight. The
his
Urgot
mid
is
lane
here.
doesn't have priority,
He
he
does
needs to back
start
away.
it and does land the ulti, but here comes the Ornn knock-up, and I think this is going to be a dead Viktor, yeah.
That was a
Dead Urgot, sorry, to the Viktor. My brain still has to get warmed up from this cold weather, but it will get there eventually. Here comes the Urgot ulti, come once again, does get the knock-up onto the Qiyana, and that's a disengage. We might see a follow-up. Kai'Sa in the bot lane, yeah, doing some good damage to the oh, she does go in actually. Leona does miss the ulti, but the Caitlyn does land the 90 caliber net. She does get the last hit onto the Caitlyn, which is the kill there, and she is now on a killing spree, trying to fight this Leona off. Will she be able to dodge the Zenith Blade? She does not. Stun coming out, but there is no more mana on the Leona, so I'm not too sure if she wants to stick around. We do have a lag spike that does cause us to have a very long lag spike. Damn. Oh, we're back in it, and Kai'Sa actually goes back. Alistar does decide to go in with the WQ combo. Great ulti from the Qiyana into that wall, and great play. Oh, very sore tower hit onto that Fiddles, but great tower dive coming out from that team.
There's a fight blue side around the
yes, on the red buff. I do see it coming here. Just before Qiyana is fighting him. 90 caliber net does come through. Alistar does block it and gets this stun. Will he get the chain CC? He does. Fiddles here for the healing, and they do get the kill onto the Qiyana. Ornn's knockup does unfortunately miss. Caitlyn's trying to get this kill, but Qiyana does get over the wall in time, and she misses that Q, and that's going to be the end of that. A reset from the Qiyana, and Ornn's going to be sitting in the mid lane.
Oh, and this mid lane turret should fall with this Rift Herald over here. It'll just, yeah, Rift Herald plus like one auto will take this turret down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, look, in the meantime, this Urgot has just been free farming both creeps and plates in the top lane, so he's gonna feel slightly better, but he's still, you know, 1,200 gold behind this Ornn, so he's gonna need a lot of this to catch up.
Oh.
Ornn engages on the Fiddle massive.
I didn't see him, busy trying to get to real time. There's an engage in the mid lane. Viktor does look like he's gonna get this kill onto the Fiddle. The Zanyas does come out, but it does still get the kill. And great play there from the Viktor, just being able to realize that he is able to pick up that kill. Maybe a little bit of mispositioning from the Fiddles running through there without vision. So
yeah, I think he just didn't expect that much damage to come out. Yeah, like I say, I would already be thinking, despite the results, so even if Red Side win this game, I already need to be rethinking letting this Ornn and this Viktor through, because these two solo laners are really dominating their lanes.
Ooh, Qiyana might get picked out here. Ornn ulti does come through, does land onto it. She does jump in onto the Viktor. Great damage coming through, and she does actually pick up that kill onto the Viktor. Kai'Sa in the bot lane is going to get killed from the 90 caliber net. And great pickup from the Qiyana, but awesome punish from the bot lane, realizing that they are 2v1. So that does...
Well, Red Side want to take next Drake, which I think makes sense. I don't know if they saw the Amumu on the map, but yeah, I mean, Amumu is nowhere close to this.
Yeah, they do
should be
have the
able to
man
smooth.
advantage.
Ooh,
Caitlyn
ocean,
doesn't have a
ocean,
ulti.
ocean map, ocean map.
It is an ocean.
This
Which
makes
is actually going to
like
be
so important.
perfect for both sides. I mean, that Ornn definitely wants it. Here comes the Qiyana onto the Ornn, but the Ornn just charges away from that engage and leaves them in the dust.
And he's finished that Sunfire. I wonder what he's going to do with that Glacial Shroud. If he's going to go Frozen Heart, or if he's going to be a little bit more greedy and go for something like Frozen Gauntlet.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We do see the Black Cleaver finished on the Urgot.
I expect a Frozen Heart, but this is what I was saying, is because Qiyana is AD, the ADC is AD, as in Kai'Sa, and Urgot are all AD. This Ornn can just build
armor,
so
basically.
much armor.
Yeah.
Maybe get one magic resist item in something
Ooh,
like the Abyssal
we do
Master
see a
Grave.
fight coming in the top lane. Ornn is trying to engage here. He does land the slow.
There's no ulti on the Ornn.
Does hit him, and he is dead.
Oh my god.
Destroyed so quickly. Urgot.
Oh, it's the AP Angela.
Ornn even goes into the tower just for the fun of it.
We've got an AP Amumu out.
Ooh, they do get the turret in the bot side, and I'm not too sure if we're going to see engage follow in the middle. I'm not too sure if Qiyana wants to stick around with this. She does use the invisibility, and there comes the CC, and that's a dead Qiyana. Like I mentioned, 1v3, not the best idea.
I mean, this Ornn can tank turret aggro for days.
We do see a ping in the bot lane for a possible TP. I wonder if they're going to pull it off. I don't think so. He does have his ulti. I think they decide to back off. We do see a possible collapse in the mid lane. The Viktor coming up, and then Caitlyn trying to engage on that fiddle, but nothing happening. Amumu is sticking around. Urgot is trying to chase him. Does miss that corrosive blast, and he does continue to chase. I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to get this. He continues to go. He might have the flash coming out from the Amumu, but he misses the ulti, unfortunately. Here comes Alistar on the Caitlyn. Great headbutt. He's waiting for Kai'Sa does come in with the ulti. Zenith Blade does land on the Leona. The Leona ulti does miss though, but great knock-up coming out. And I think this is going to be a dead Alistar, yeah. Ooh, it might be a dead... Oh my word!
Oh my... 6 health! 6 health!
I can't click on it.
Goodness.
Wow!
Really
that was close.
Yeah, look, and with that, the gold lead is now, it's about 1,000 gold, but when this turret drops, it will almost even out again, so yeah, still a really even game, 9 kills to 10.
Ulti in the bot lane, under this tower, Ornn is taking damage, but Fiddles does run into that trap. Ornn's just tanking this tower, and yeah, geez. In the top lane, are we going to see a fight onto the Leona? I don't think so. Ornn just continues to take turret shots.
Leona, you definitely can't fight 2 solo laners, I promise you that.
Ooh, Alistar does see the Viktor and is backing off. Gravity field does come through, but it's not coming. Amumu's on the backside. There comes the Amumu. The damage does come down, and that's going to be a dead Viktor, but it's to the Alistar. Urgot is going to stay alive, actually. Kai'Sa's trying to stay alive here on the backside, but the Amumu is going to drop him. Alistar kind of left alone to fend for himself. Does do some damage, but Caitlyn's going to pick up that kill. No, Ornn actually picks up that kill on the Alistar. Yeah. And yeah, like you said, Urgot does just get away. Probably like 200 health, but...
I was not, honestly, as Red Side, I know you don't want to lose turrets, but, at this point in the game, it's just an outer turret. Don't risk the kills, you're just giving more and more cold into this Ornn. I mean, this Ornn is just getting so freaking tanky now. He's going to be able to finish that as a mask soon, which means that the Fiddle's not going to do much to him either.
Does look like Urgot's going for the Death Dance, which we have seen that item built almost on everybody lately. Caitlyn does finish her Storm Razor. Kai'Sa has finished that. Oh, great 90 caliber net coming out from the Caitlyn to dodge that Alistar stun. Kai'Sa in the bot lane, I'm not sure she wants to pick this fight, and we do have a small, I say small, lag spike.
They want to try and collapse on this Ornn.
Oh,
Okay,
Here
there's
comes
4 people. I mean, they might.
the
He still has
Kai'Sa.
his
Great
ulti. I
stun.
think he can turn this around.
Oh, OT does come out. Gravity Field does land. And that's a great OT from the Viktor. Uh, Fiddles does OT, but that's going to be a dead Fiddles actually from the Gravity Field. And oh, great turnaround coming out from a League of Legends team. And that's going to be the dead Qiyana and Drake going
Caitlyn.
over to...
Caitlyn wasn't even into that
No,
fight.
she did use
That
a
was
90 caliber
4v5.
net to get the kill on the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, okay.
But
But I mean, that was a 1v4 at one stage onto that Ornn, and they still couldn't do anything to take him down. Wow, and unless the only reason I see them not banning this in the next game is because they're blue side and they want to first pick it. If they let this through again, I really think that will be a huge mistake because they obviously don't have anything to deal with this. I did mention that the Mordekaiser is quite a nice counter into him, so I don't know, if they've practiced that and if they want to try that, but honestly at this stage, don't risk it. This champion is proving once again why he's such a priority pick and nerf. Yeah, so, if you're not going to play him, just get rid of him, guys.
yeah, I feel like they need to wait for this Kai'Sa to kind of come online with that completed Manamune there. She's on 595 stacks out of the 750. I would actually maybe like to see her possibly pick up a Blade of the Ring King to try get through that Ornn and Amumu a little bit quicker, but maybe
Yeah,
possibly
maybe
after
how
the
long that's going to
Jinsu's.
take. Fight in the bot lane.
Yeah, we do see the Ornn coming in here. Qiyana
Look at
does
this.
dash into it, but the damage coming out great.
Look
Knockup
at
coming.
this.
Will she be able to get over the wall? She does use that ability to just hop over and run away.
When your assassin mid lane does 0 damage to their top lane tank,
Well, it is an assassin, I mean.
feels bad. That feels bad, man. No, look, this Kai'Sa, I hear you about the Blade of the Ruined King, but she's almost definitely going to go for that Rage Blade next.
Yes.
I don't even think, does she have enough gold to finish? Okay, yes, I think she can just finish that. So even if she finishes that now, it's going to be a while before she's able to get a Blade of the Ruined King. So
Yeah,
for the next couple of team fights, I really don't think they have anything to deal with this Ornn. So moral of the story for me, don't take a team fight, especially a team fight where Ornn is present. Try, jeez, I don't even know if you want to try 4 or 5 man collapse onto this Ornn. Just if you see he's in the bot lane, go pressure Baron. Hopefully you can force that TP out of him.
Oh, here comes the Ornn onto the Urgot. Sorry to interrupt
He's
you
just
there.
gonna kill this
It is
Urgot.
a fight going through. The breath does come through, and the Kai'Sa is coming in for backup, but that's going to be the end of that fight. Fiddles is possibly setting up for an ulti over the wall in the mid lane, but yeah, Ornn just sits in his bot lane and continues to put pressure there.
Okay, so here's a 3-man collapse by the looks of things.
Oh,
But
maybe.
Ornn is backing away.
Yeah. Amumu
Is
is
he?
in the
Well,
jungle. No, he actually turns
he.
around.
Oh, this
Engage on
Qiyana might be
Amumu.
caught though.
90 caliber net does come through, which does puts on about half health, and Amumu continues to chase. Nice Qiyana ulti to do that, and the Ornn ulti does come through.
Ooh, bit of a waste.
Oh, Bandage
Oh,
Touch does miss,
Alistar,
unfortunately.
you are just
But Alistar's on the
straight up. Okay,
wrong side. Yeah, great engage onto the
get back to his team.
Viktor, but here comes the Fiddlesticks ulti over the wall. That's a dead Fiddles, though. Before he can even activate Zhonya's, Leona holding back the Kai'Sa on the backside. Qiyana jumps over the wall to do the damage. Flash over, but Viktor is coming in. That's the dead Qiyana coming over the wall, and great Zenith Blade. Last second flash Q at the last second, and does get that double kill onto the Ornn. And great Zenith Blade coming out here.
Look, I don't know. Maybe sometimes I speak to myself, but did I not just say Red Side cannot take a team fight?
Yeah, you're not correct, and you're not wrong.
Not correct.
You're not wrong. That Alistar play looked like it was going to be promising, but like you say, yeah, they really shouldn't be trying to take a team fight at the moment.
Look, I think anyone that's ever played League of Legends has always been been susceptible of this.
Ooh, we do have an engage on the Viktor. Flash away to dodge that stun, and that's gonna be a bodyguard escort away from the Viktor.
It's one thing to get a flank off, and it feels good and it looks good and everything. But just because you get the flank doesn't mean doesn't come with like some sort of damage bonus or something. You still need to be able to have the items and the damage on your team to pull it off. And honestly, what is an Alistar running into 4 people on the other team? A support Alistar, honestly, what is he gonna do? You know, sort of no disrespect, but it's maybe a Fiddlesticks, you know, flanking. If you can land that ulti onto, you know, at least 3 people, maybe that works. Maybe him and Alistar flank together, but yeah, they cannot take these. Oh my god, look at this Viktor's damage.
Oh, dead. Oh, dead. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, Leona was keeping Kai'Sa busy on the backside, and she wasn't
TP from
able to
Ornn
do
to
any.
this Drake.
Oh,
Red,
thanks
just back
for
away.
ruining it before. But
Just
no,
back
I'm joking.
away.
Did we just see it TP from the top side? Yeah, and there's another Drake coming through.
Yeah, but that's fine. You know, red side, you have 2 Drakes already that you secured early. Yes, you never want to give over Drakes unnecessarily, but if you try to fight that, you lose. Guaranteed. It's like a 5v4. They are stronger than you at this point in time. Just give it up. Um, Potentially even the next Drake. You need to farm up. This Urgot needs to start becoming relevant. He hasn't even finished that second item yet, and Ornn has 3 items and 2 of them are upgraded, and he's already building towards level best. This guy is... How much armor does he have? 344 armor.
And almost 4,000 health.
Goodness.
3,750 health on this Ornn, so he's definitely not going to be dying anytime soon. We do see a Nash's Tooth coming out. Well, it's the Stinger first, but it will probably be the Nash's Tooth after that. And this is the the conventional build that we normally do see from the Kai'Sa. We do have
this is what I was expecting, the
DC from the Leona.
we do. Okay.
Oh,
We
there's
don't
the
have
pause. You reconnected.
Oh, we do. Okay. Yeah, so just quickly, like, this is the build that I wanted to see out of the Kai'Sa. The problem is it's taking them so long to get to, and they've given up so much already. Even if the Kai'Sa with this like AP damage that will come, especially when she finishes this Nash's Tooth, I still think she's not gonna be able to deal with this Ornn.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, maybe pick up, instead of going for this Nash's Tooth. I know the cooldown reduction and the AP is relevant, but I would have rather liked to maybe see a Blade of the Ruined King coming out, just for that ability to kind of melt through their tanks. Oh, there's another DC. It looks like we do have another DC coming out, so we will just be waiting here. Let me see.
But I think we have a lot to talk about while we wait. Yeah, look, I hear you, but even at this stage, a Blade of the Ruined King is not going to do much against that Ornn because of how much army he has as well. It's not just that he has a lot of health, he has a lot of armor, so you'd have to get Blade of the Ruined King, and I think it's Executioner's Calling or whatever, or Last Whisper, whatever that builds into, to try and deal with him. So, but, you know,
Dominic's.
Lord's Dominic, I think, yeah. The thing is, Kai'Sa's almost forced to go AP because both of her solo laners are full AD, and if she doesn't go AP, then the only AP coming out of them is the Fiddles. So yeah, I think they put themselves in a bit of a difficult position with this draft as well. Like I say, I want to see a couple of changes coming through in the next game's draft,
we do see the resume,
of the result.
Oh.
Okay. Not sure what happened there. But yeah, so if we carry on, I mean, this so the Ornn actually get the frozen gauntlet. That's a little bit a little bit greedy, but I think he's earned that. 5, 1, and 10. I mean, this guy is having one hell of a game. Viktor has the most gold in the game, sitting on 12,000 gold.
Here we go.
He has. Let's have a look.
Back into the game. Let me just minimize that chat for you guys.
Yeah, we got 4 men collapse onto the Ornn, but yeah, he's just gonna.
But it is a 4v3, so I mean, I'm still not too sure if they can take that fight.
No, I don't think they can. Yeah, so okay, so let's have a look. Ornn doesn't have TP, so he probably can't split push in the bot lane because, you know, if they want to set up around Baron, you know, he won't have that TP to join the fight, and I think they, you know, they really want the Ornn there, because I think he's the huge difference in this team fights at the moment. But he could maybe try and push mid or top.
We do see a
This Viktor
possible
might be caught.
collapse, yeah, on the Viktor. Viktor does land the death ray, but
He
the
has a lot of
gravity does
damage,
come
though.
through, and that's just going to be both parties backing away from each other.
Yeah.
Leona is putting vision around this Baron, and I do get a small little lag spike.
Yeah,
Okay.
they need to be careful. This Viktor is level 16, and the highest level on red side is level 14. So he's got three upgrades of that ulti already. Yeah, they need to be careful. It looks like Viktor's gonna split push while they set up vision around Baron. I'm a little bit surprised he doesn't have TP.
Oh, here
But,
comes Ornn on
they
the
definitely
backside
need Ornn.
of this Qiyana and Fiddles. He does charge in, does get the knockup onto the
Look
Fiddle.
at that!
Great breath, but
Does
that's going to
so
be the end
much
of that.
damage.
Great damage coming through it. Bandage toss onto the Amumu. Qiyana does ulti, but I'm not too sure if she's going to get away with that. Great ulti coming out from the Leona, and the Ornn ulti, or Ornn Q actually does secure that kill. And I think this is going to be a Baron. I think they are going to start
I think
this.
you start it at the very least. Fiddles is still alive. The last thing you want to do is go 50-50. The thing is, the Mumu
Ooh,
is
they
level
are
15
starting it. Leona.
compared to Fiddle on level 13. So, you know, Mumu's smite does about 100 more. Let's see,
Ooh.
they should be able to.
Urgot might be getting the Kaiser W does land, but the smite does come through.
Nice.
Urgot is just holding back this team by himself. The flashes of the wall to get away, but the Alistar now is stuck. It does get stunned from the Leona, but the Zenith Blade, I'm sure, no, actually doesn't decide to come out. Ornn on the other side of this fight misses the knock-up, unfortunately, and he does see the Kaiser running away. And Alistar just gets deleted, unfortunately. Without that ulti, he's still pretty squishy.
Yo, man, yeah, this is a very clinical performance in the mid and late game from blue side. Very nicely played, guys. Let's see if they can finish this out. The next Drake is gonna spawn in a minute, so yeah, I think push this for this inhibitor in the mid lane. Fiddle wants the ulti.
He does go in. He does use the Zanyas, but I think this is still going to be great ulti from the Ornn. And wow, he just gets deleted. Amumu in the top lane is fighting this Urgot, and I think the Urgot does go down actually to the Amumu.
Wow.
And
okay.
I think, yeah, this is they are going to rotate top side
rotate top,
and then
if
go
you take this inhibitor as well,
reset for that Baron. Ah, Dragon.
for that dragon, yeah.
Ooh, will we see a potential engage coming out now? Viktor doing crazy damage to this inhibitor on those auto attacks. Ornn just playing protector here. He's kind of like the bodyguard for this team, walking around.
Finish, especially if Ornn takes
they are
turret damage.
going to try. He is pushing by himself. He is going to use that tower damage. There we go. We might see potential game. He does miss the knockup, unfortunately. Viktor ulti does come through and kills the Kaiser automatically. 90 caliber net does land with the Leona ulti, but that is going to be the first game, and GG to a League of Legends team.
Well played, guys. Really executed very nicely on the draft. I did say I favored draft. I won't lie, I hadn't even considered an AP Amumu build. I thought he would go tank when we saw all the AD on the other side. He did pick up a Thorn Mail at the end of the game. But you know, he went for that AP damage, but yeah, it paid off. They had a really nice front to back. We saw even the one time when Alistar did get around the back to flank, there was no one that went in with him. You know, even if he does get the stun off, the Kaiser could ulti in, but if she did, she would just be ulting to her death.
Yeah.
So yeah, number one thing for me coming out of this game, we need to see a change in the drafting from the red side, from Ego.
Yeah, we do see them actually taking up the blue side now. So I will just be updating this. Oopsies.
Ego on blue side. Okay. So like I said, if they don't ban the Ornn, or if the Ornn gets through, the only reason that blue side should allow Ornn through is because they want to first pick it.
Yeah.
But I really think, but what I do want to see blue side ban is that Viktor. I think, you know, Alcatrazzz had a great game on that Viktor. And, you know, I think we both saw that this is a champion that he's well versed on. I was just surprised that he didn't get banned at all in the first place. So yeah, definitely want to see that adjustment being made by Team Ego. I'm not sure that they need to ban like the Amumu. They could ban the Leona. In the research that I did as well, I saw that I think it's Jean de Paul on the Leona. It is a champion that he's quite proficient on, that he really enjoys. So possibly, they could look to ban that. But let's have a look. It looks like we're jumping into the pick and bans.
Game 2 here, yeah.
Okay. Ban the Viktor. Just easy first ban for me. Oh yes, and then there's the Lee Sin that what's his name, likes to play a lot as well. But yeah, other bans, I think you can afford to ban that Viktor as one of your 3 bans, unless you have something that you think can deal with him. But he's one of those champions that can sort of just farm from afar.
Yeah, there's a sewer coming out actually. I did see some of it being played, but yeah, we do know what that champion can do when he does get some items. Definitely still a threat, regardless if you are able to get some kills. Maokai coming out, which is a good engage, and he's very, very tanky. We have seen him heal up quite a bit in the past.
So I'm a little bit surprised by a red side ban on the Maokai, and reason for that is if I'm red side, I'm expecting blue side to first pick this Ornn. Okay.
There's the ban on the Ornn.
Instead. Okay.
I think they were just leaving it till the last one to see if they really had to ban it, but yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, because if you ban the Maokai and not the Ornn, Maokai is probably one of the better picks into the Ornn.
Ooh.
Okay, and we're gonna see quite heavy prior on the Sett.
There's that Viktor once again.
Yeah, I really don't think Amumu was the problem in the last game. I think Ornn and Viktor were bigger problems. We'll see if this comes back to bite them, though. Maybe they have a plan. I hope for their sake they have a plan. But Sett, I'm actually a little bit surprised at the Sett getting such high priority. He didn't get picked or banned at all in our last drafting phase. So yeah, but this is a champion that we know has a lot of priority just in general in solo queues, in some of the pro play as well. So let's see if this can pay off.
Oh, there's the Lulu. I wonder if we're going to see maybe a Cog. Well, I mean, Lulu can go with quite a few. We have seen the combo with the Cog. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned.
Nice. As Lulu, very easy job. Buy Ardent Sensor as quick as you can, and then just shield the hell out of that Kog'Maw and let him do all the damage.
Oh, there's the Zac for the ganks once again.
Yeah, look, gank potential, Zac, right up there with the champions with the best gank potential. The jungler pool being hit. So, yeah, I mentioned this in the last game. He didn't get touched at all. I want to see... there's the Leona ban. I think that's a good ban. I want to see blue side prioritize this Trundle. I don't even think it's a fact that he's underestimated, because you see how, like, the priority that the pros have given on him, and we've seen the priority that he's gotten in some of our other
games,
VS Gaming League games. So I'll be, unless there's something very specific that they want that might be good into, like the Viktor or the Caitlyn, just take that Trundle, guys. It's a really, really good pick.
And Nautilus.
I mean, they could put... I think they just don't want hard engage
is open.
in the bot lane. Thresh is still open.
Braum is open as well.
Blitz is open. I don't think they'll Braum.
I don't think they'll Blitz either. No offense, but we haven't seen any of the Blitz come out from.
But the pros have started to play quite a lot of Blitz. Okay, so
Kled.
The Kled pick, I think they think Sett's going to the top lane. It could be a Sett jungle. So this will show us that now. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the Sett Kled matchup. I'm not sure if you are.
I haven't seen. I know Kled does do pretty well against Aatrox, and I think it might do pretty well against this Sett, just for the little burst, and then he can kind of joust or back away from that. He is melee, so if he does get pulled in, then he can use the joust to kind of keep him in that range and do that passive from his W to do the damage. But we'll have to see. It does look
so
like
the
a Sett's going to be in the
Sejuani
top. Yes.
Yeah, so the Sejuani was away from Ego in the first game, so we'll see. Maybe this is a prominent pick for Ego's jungler. Like I say, I am still a huge fan of the trundle, but in the sense that if you get a Orianna ball on 3 or 4 people with the Sejuani ult coming over them, Sett pulling everyone in and doing his ulti, and Cog just standing at this. This is looking like a much better all-round composition out of Ego in this game compared to their draft in the first game. I quite like this. But there's that Thresh that you mentioned earlier. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I think if they use that with the Zac engage, if Zac lands his knock up and then Thresh can kind of walk up, and it's one of the best plays you can possibly do for a Thresh is just walk up and flay before you land that hook. It basically secures the hook unless you get really sidestepped. But also with that Kled ulti kind of coming in, or flashed, yeah. But that Kled ulti can also kind of set up quite a bit. I'm not too sure, but I was watching a game of the LCK today, right? And Kled used his ulti, and it looked like it went through the wall by the Raptors pit. And I'm not too sure if that's been an update. Let me know if you guys have seen that.
Through the wall?
Yeah, it literally like went kind of, maybe like Hecarim's ulti, where if he casted it, but no jokes, that's what it looked like. And he did secure the kill on somebody. I can't remember who it was against. But yeah, then I was thinking to myself, that's got to be broken if it is like that.
Did the commentator say anything?
Nope, they didn't say anything out of the usual. They did mention that, or they just said that he got the kill and continue casting as usual. So I'm not too sure, because there was a flash. So what happened is he used the ulti onto the mid lane, and the mid laner flashed in over the wall into the Raptors pit, and Kled basically just followed straight through. He didn't go like around at all. It just went.
Yeah. No, you know what I think it is. So remember, how Kled's ulti works is like he latches onto someone. So he like charges and he speeds up whatever, and then like he latches onto, I think it's like the first target that he hits in that area or something. And I think that's the thing. So the moment like that latch has happened, you can't outflash that.
No,
so if you flash, he'll just follow.
The flash came out earlier, well, like quite a bit earlier before he was close enough for that to happen. I know it like normally latches onto the person and then hits them up.
Yeah.
But it was like before that, so I don't know if it will happen in this game. We'll have to see. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. I know we got a little bit sidetracked, but I definitely agree with you with regards to Ego's team coming out. Definitely more of a team composition with it, Orianna ulti. I think there could be some good picks coming out from a League of Legends team, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting game once again.
I'm thinking about this red side comp. Not sure if I like it.
You're not sure if you like it? Why not?
Well, because I'm trying to. So like, who wants to go in with Kled when he ulties? Or I'm trying to imagine them engaging. So Zac wants to slingshot in. He doesn't need the Kled ult to engage. So the Thresh and the Zac want to engage, but they don't need the Kled ult. Viktor and Caitlyn definitely don't want to run into anybody's face. They just want to stand at the back. So I'm a little bit confused. Again, we've seen one Kled so far in the VS Gaming League, and it didn't work. And it was sort of the same concept. I said that the Kled just didn't make sense from like the team comp perspective. Yes, maybe he's a good pick in the solo lane. I have seen some people get quite carried away with the Kled, but unless this Kled gets fed in the top lane, I'm not convinced that it's a good all-round pick, for the sake of his team and what he's going to bring to these team fights. I think I give the draft advantage to Ego this time, actually.
No, we will have to see. We are just about to go into picks and ban. Oh, masteries, picks and bans,
Oh my
masteries
word.
and ruins over here.
So Kled took Ignite.
Oof, he's gonna go all in.
Into the top.
Yeah. TP on the
Yeah,
Sett
so,
makes sense. TP on the Caitlyn
yeah.
actually coming through, which is a little bit different.
Look, and so I suppose I understand in a way the Ignite on the Kled, and it's because it's exactly what I was just saying. The only way for me this Kled pick makes sense is if he snowballs his lane, which means he needs kills, and one of the best ways to secure kills in a 1v1 matchup is to take Ignite when you know the other solo laner's probably or almost definitely going to take TP. Ooh, level 1's going to be interesting.
No, I'm not in game yet, so don't ruin all the action.
Okay, there's some pretty good action at level 1 for you guys to look forward to.
We are in game. Let's get this set up for you guys so that we can see everything. I'm not going to fast forward seeing as we did get a sneak peek of the action from Chicken Boy. Let me just get all these people for you. Okay, we do see a little bit. I'm gonna... Ooh, 5-man teams coming around. Oh, 5-man. 5-man versus 5-man in the jungle. Here we go. Sejuani, first one. Does get the nice flare onto it. The Thresh does flash away to get the kill, but the Kog'Maw actually does get away. Kled does go off his Scar. And, oh, flashes over the wall just to get there. Sett does go over to get the kill, and that's 2 kills onto Team Ferocity. They are continuing to try and get more. I'm not too sure if they will. Yeah, Kog is pushing forwards. Caitlyn is on the backside, so it might be on the wrong position. Here comes the Kog'Maw. Against that, we are going to see quite a bit of damage coming through. He should have his W activate. No, he's actually a little bit slower, so great beginning flash. Fight coming out from the Team Ferocity over here.
No. Is it? Yeah, Ego.
Yeah,
Ego
yeah.
Team Ferocity.
Yes.
Ferocity, yes. Yeah,
Ferocity,
so,
yeah.
and the problem is, so, now you've got Sett, a 1-0-1 Sett, against a 0-1-0 Kled. And, you know, the idea was for Kled to snowball this lane. I'm not saying he can't, but this is really going to make things more difficult. He doesn't have that flash. Yes, the Sett doesn't have the flash either. At least he still has the Ignite. But Sett managed to hold on to that TP. Kled wants to roam. I think he just wants to put down some vision.
Both of them do get the... Wait, I need to try to get here to real time quickly. We do have the first blood coming through, but there's some poke coming through from the Orianna. Sorry guys, I'm trying just to get to real time without letting you guys skip any of the action. Kog'Maw is doing some poke on the Caitlyn. She does get the trap second. Orianna doing a bit of a roam. She does Orianna actually pick up the blue buff? No, she didn't. I think she just went in. We see a potential gang from the Zac coming out. Damage coming out from the bot lane. Ooh, is the Zac gonna go for it? He decides not to. And let's try to see if we can get back. Oh, we do see a fight in the top lane.
Oh, fight in the top.
Sett is... does get the kill before the what's his name?
Oh, Scarl was so close.
Yeah, it was like on its way in, and then he died, and it was unfortunate.
He almost remounted, but yeah, and this for me is, I mean, I know it's really early to call. Honestly, I think this is GG. This
Already?
is now Ego's team to do. Ego's
game to lose.
Yeah. Look at this, because this top lane is lost. In my opinion, Kled is 2 levels down.
About
he's missed,
1,000
I don't know
almost.
how much CS. Yeah, I mean, he's so much gold down. He's missing most of the CS. So that was a huge wave under his turret. So unless Zac camps him, he's basically useless in this game, which is unfortunate.
Okay,
Look, the Viktor we saw the strong performance that Alcatrazzz had on the Viktor in the last game. So yeah, look, calling it GG. Sorry, I meant more GG in top lane.
Gang coming in the mid lane. Sejuani does miss a knock-up, and great gravity field comes to get the double stun, and nice footwork coming out from that Viktor. Like you said, the Viktor was an issue in the last game, so we'll see if he continues to be. Lulu doesn't manage to get the shield on in time for that extra damage. Does get two more hits onto the bot lane from the Kog'Maw, but yeah, that's gonna be about it.
So I almost need to go, guys. Unfortunately, I know you love the sound of my voice more than even I do. But before I go, but you know, Dynasty, I'm leaving you in. Well, I don't know if I can call it in the capable hands, but I'm leaving you in the hands of Dynasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, before we go, so the one thing I think will be interesting to look out for is if this Viktor allowing it through, if that's going to come back to bite Ego in the butt. Yeah, it's a bit too early to call on that side, but you know, I said it once, and I've said
Gank
it
in the mid lane.
after the way that let's have a look, that
No,
played out.
There's a fight in the top lane. Kled does manage to dodge that face breaker from the Sett, but yeah, nothing really transpiring here.
So honestly, in my opinion, purely even already from the drafts.
Oh, great fight from the Sett, and just kills that Kled while he's off that Scar, and yeah, great fight, like you said, and that's another 3 for 0 on the Sett coming out.
And Kled's gonna miss all this farm again. Sett's probably gonna take at least one plate here. This is GG top lane for sure.
For sure, yeah.
This poor Kled is like so far behind, but yeah, I did say in the beginning I give the draft advantage to blue side. They're playing this very nicely, and honestly, in my opinion, this is their game to lose. So hopefully you guys end up with a game 3. But good luck to both teams.
Great hook in the bot lane.
Get to see some great League of Legends. I don't think anyone's gonna die.
No.
Yeah, and enjoy the stream. Good luck with the stream, Dynasty. Yeah. Oh, fighting.
Oh, flash forward from the Caitlyn. Oh, she does get the damage. Flash away from the Kog'Maw. The slow does come out, but the hook does miss, and Zack is coming. But yeah, I mean, it's still anyone's game. But good damage. Zack's coming. Does get this over the wall, but TP coming in from the Sett. He does get the kill onto the Cog. Hook does come through, but the Cog will not get the kill onto the Thresh, but the Sett does get the kill onto that Caitlyn, and here he comes for a triple kill. Is this going to be it? Oh, there's the damage coming through.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, great slingshot away from the Zack to stay alive, and TP coming from the Caitlyn actually.
On the Sett. Yeah, okay. I need to go.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us once again. We do see a fight in the mid lane, but yeah, have a good evening and enjoy the sucker and great kill coming out from the Viktor. Cheers. I think he has left us already. But we do see Drake coming down for Ego Team Ferocity. And with that Mountain Drake, next we do actually, I don't have, we have an Infernal coming up next. And we did see quite a few plays going down in the top lane with that Kled. He continues to push. Let me just get to you for you guys. He is actually going to reset now, but he is still about 1,000 gold behind. Unfortunately, this Kog'Maw is starting to do quite a bit of damage, but the Caitlyn is responding with some poke of her own. And we will see what's coming up. We do have the BF sword from the Caitlyn, and it looks like a Jinsu's rush coming out from the Kog'Maw. Lulu trying to keep this ADC alive. Hook, unfortunately, just misses. And everything kind of resetting back to normal. We do see the Tiamat coming out from the Kled to hopefully get some push back onto the Sett. And he is roaming around by the Rift Herald there. Zack is here in the bot lane trying to gank. But I think this lane is pushed a little bit too far in. We do see a possible fight in the mid lane. Kled here. He does have his level 6. He is coming in for that fight. Does go on the Orianna. Orianna does use a ball. Gravity Field does miss, unfortunately, but that will be the kill on the Kled from to the Orianna, or on the Kled, for the Kled. And great gang coming out in the mid lane, even with that pink ward in the bush. Do see Thresh there in the bot lane, but he is spotted by a ward. Sejuani in the mid lane, kind of picking up this wave to protect this tower a little bit more. They will get the plate though, but he does miss the knockup. Gravity Field is going to get the stun, and the ulti does get the kill on the Sejuani. Great play coming out there. Sett is fighting this Kled once again, but nothing's going to come there. And great fight from the Viktor once again, and we did say this was a problem in the first game. Can Sett get this kill on the Kled? He's really close. I think it is going to, Kled is going to be able to remount. We might just see Sett is just kind of waiting for his spouse to come back up. We do see a reset coming from the Kled. No, actually decides to stay around. And we're looking at about almost 1,000 gold lead on the team of Ego Ferocity. Great a slingshot coming from the Zac, followed by the Gravity Field, and that is a dead Orianna. I'm not too sure if they won't actually get the kill onto the Zac. I'm pretty sure he had his passive as well, so there is that. Kog'Maw trying to do some damage under the tower, does get hooked, flayed into the tower with a Thresh ulti coming through. They might be able to turn it around. They unfortunately do not. Sett is going in the top lane, and that isn't going to happen. Ace in the hole is used, but I think it does get soaked up by the shield, and Thresh is going to back away. We do see a Zac coming in for a gank over here, but possibly hook does miss, hits a creep. He does actually decide to go in, but decides to die, and the Cog is going to get this kill. Actually, might able to get the kill on the Zac. Actually, great play coming out. He does die, unfortunately, to the Zac. Cog's ulti is going to get most of the passive is going to get most of it, and the Lulu does pick up that kill onto the Zac. Great play and side steps coming out from the Kog'Maw there. We do see this Viktor doing damage once again in the mid lane, and a 3, 2, and 3 coming out for that Cog now. It does look like they're going to get another plate on this top tower. Will they actually get the tower? I'm not too sure. Kled is going in, but decides to back off. A lot of damage coming through from this Kled. He does decide to use that face breaker, if I'm not mistaken. Haymaker. And here comes the ulti actually coming from the Kled. Sejuani is going to body block that, and great team play coming out from the jungler to protect his top laner. As we saw, the Viktor is roaming at the top there. Thresh is clearing out a ward in the bot lane, and Kog'Maw has completed this Jinsu's now. Caitlyn still just sitting on that BF sword. Looks like Kled is still on that Tiamat, but going to probably get a couple more plates in this top lane. Yeah, he does get another one. We do see the Zac taking this Rift Herald. I'm pretty sure he's going to get this, but we do have the Drake coming up in about 5 seconds here. And we have a lag spike thanks to Riot or League of Legends. Not too sure which ones to blame. Kled trying to get this tower, but it doesn't look like it. Zac does get that Rift Herald on the backside, and Drake is being started here. Viktor is moving down, so we will most likely see a fight. Gravity Field does come out and doesn't get the stun out. Hook does miss, and the Sejuani ulti does land to get that CC. They are continuing on this, but the Kog'Maw is going in. Does get the ulti, but it looks like he's going to go down. Flashes actually, and the Ace in the hole actually goes through to get the kill on the Kog'Maw. Zac does go through and do quite a bit of damage, and Orianna is left here, and we do see... I'm not too sure who actually picked up that last kill. Caitlyn did get the last kill, and Kled got the last kill onto the Orianna. So definitely turnaround events. We are 9-9 now, but Team Ferocity did pick up that Drake. We do have Ocean Drake again, which is going to be satisfying, but the tower almost goes down in the mid lane. Sejuani is deciding to engage on this. She will get the Ice Prism coming out, but the Kled dismount does keep him safe. And a lot of damage coming through on this bot side. About 100 gold difference in the bot lane there. Zac is here for possible gank. And what items? It does look like Orianna is going for that Luden's Echo with the swiftness boost to try to keep her safe. Yeah, the Sett isn't able to really use his advantage at the moment, but definitely still anyone's game. Kog does miss that cannon minion, unfortunately, but still going to be quite a good one. Yeah, we do kind of see a reset. Kled is in the mid lane, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get this turret. Will these creeps be able to do enough damage? I'm not too sure. They won't with the Orianna coming in. Kled is coming in the bot lane though. We do see this. He does clear the pink ward, and he is going to go in, if I'm not mistaken. No, he actually decides not to, which is very surprising. Viktor's holding the top lane against the Sett now, seeing as he does have those Mercury's treads for the magic resist. Here comes the Kled onto the bot lane. Zac is going in, but the Kled ulti doesn't miss. Thresh hook does land, but that cleanse working wonders. Damage coming back in response. Great damage coming out from the Sett here, and the tower doing the damage. Facebreaker does, Haymaker does come through, and he does get the kill, and there is no response in the bot side. Almost a double kill coming out for that Kog. And it does look they're gonna get quite a bit of damage here. Missing the trap, and that's gonna be the tower for Ego Team Ferocity. So great kill on that top lane from the Sett coming out once again, and Orianna actually goes in flash ultis with the Sejuani ulti to do the CC, which is great. She does get the Ice Prism, and that's a double kill for the Sejuani. So once again pushing this lead. Does look like they're going to take this tower. Caitlyn does land her Q, and I think this turret is going to drop. Orianna actually trying to do damage, taking quite a bit of turret shots, but does get the ulti from the Lulu to keep her alive. 2 turret shots coming out from the Kog'Maw to put him on about a 3rd health. And Zac is waiting over the wall. Here comes the charge, but he doesn't actually, he actually fails it, I think. Viktor coming in, great gravity field to slow them down, but nothing. Ulti does come out, shield does protect the Orianna, and Viktor does get the Kog'Maw on the backside with that death ray. And great pickup from the Viktor. We do see Sett take a tower in the top lane, and that's still about only a 2,000 gold lead for Team Ego Team Ferocity coming out here. Let's see, where are these specific advantages? As we see, we do have a 2,000 lead on the Viktor in that mid lane. About not that much, 300 gold lead for the bot lane on the Kog. Lulu's about 1,000 gold ahead, which is great. The biggest discrepancy that we see so far, they are going to get this tower, which is going to put the gold lead at about 1,000 now for Team Ferocity. But Sett coming out with about a 3,000 gold lead there. So definitely carrying his team to victory at the moment. We will see. We do see the Warmogs picked up for the Zac. The Titanic Hydra picked up for the Kled. Storm Razor coming out for the Caitlyn. Nothing completed on the Thresh just yet. We do have the Lulu with the Ardent Sensor, which is going to feel great. Luden's Echo coming out for the Orianna. Jinsu's was completed. Black Cleaver for the Sett coming out. And we do look like it is going to be a Drake fight coming out. Orianna is going to walk into the Viktor. I'm not too sure that's what she wants to do. Sejuani is in the bush. The Thresh hook does come through onto the Kog'Maw, and he is stuck. Thresh, Lulu ulti does come through, and that deletes the Thresh. Great body block from the Sejuani, but she is going to go down to save this Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw is just doing damage onto the backside. Great double work from the team on the backside to get that Viktor. Zac does jump away, and the Sett with the Orianna combo is going to get that kill on the Kled. Caitlyn is still alive with very little health coming out here. 100 health coming out, and it does look like Ego Team Ferocity is going to pick up their 3rd Drake. support being a great guy, picking up that ace in the hole, and there's the third Drake. So we are going to see a soul 4 health that Drake left on for that team. A little bit dangerous there, but definitely swinging in their favor. It does look like they're actually going to rush for the Baron. We do see pings coming out from the a League of Legends team to hopefully answer this, but I'm not too sure they're going to start this. I think they actually, oh, it is the Herald. Sorry, my mistake. I thought we were later on into this game. They are taking the Herald. Thresh is coming through. He does get spotted by the ward and will decide to back off. Zac possibly coming in here for a steal. Does go over. Unfortunately, doesn't pick it up. And Sett's just going to take that scuttle. And now we see Baron, which is the perfect timing for the Rift Herald to get picked up, as it's going to do the most amount of damage coming out this late into the game, as it does scale with the champion's levels. So for everyone out there, you do want to pick it up when you are the highest levels, as that is when it will do the most amount of damage. Sejuani showing her jungling prowess there, taking that Gromp in the last second with a burn. And yeah, we do have a 6-0 Sett. So definitely using those first 2 kills to his advantage to continue this. And a fed Sett is always dangerous, especially with that Zac with so much health for ulting onto the backline. So we will see how that does play out. Still sitting at about a 2,000 gold lead, and we just kind of see this reset coming through. Zac picking up some jungle, Lulu laying some farm. We do see that stone play coming out for the Thresh, and we will have to just wait and see with regards to Orianna. Does recall. It looks like she's going to try pick up that chalice for the team. But we just see a very calm game coming out now. Nothing much really completed. We do see the Brumble vest being completed on that Kled, and it does look like the Sett is going for probably a Spirit Visage. But here comes Team Ferocity. Is going to take this tower in the mid lane. Unfortunately, Rift Herald does get the charge, so he's going to keep, or at least go down to quite a bit of health. Does get the second charge onto the tower, and Sett is just eating these traps. Great damage coming out, and the Thresh hook unfortunately hooks that creep right in front of him. Oh, Kled ulti coming through in the mid lane. Is going to go onto the Kog'Maw. Doesn't actually get there. Sejuani ulti does land. Gravity field does keep her dead. And that is a dead Sejuani. So sacrificing herself to kind of keep that ADC alive. And we do see Sett on the backside. Does look like they're going to go for a Baron from a League of Legends team over here. He might spot the Sett. Actually, Sett decides not to go back. He is maybe going to pick this fight with it. Kled, but actually not there. This dude decides to go onto this Baron. They have started it up. It's on about 10,000 health now. We do see Lulu coming on the backside, but Sett, and I'm not too sure if they know that this is happening. Blue side, not too sure. Damage coming out from the Viktor, doing great damage. Orianna ulti does keep her back, and that's the double kill for the Kog'Maw. Does not get the knockup from the Zac, and unfortunately does go down after that. Ulti coming out from the Sett to get onto the backline, does get the Caitlyn down, and will this Zac go down? Does Flash to possibly get the kill, and he actually does. The passive is coming out, but the Sett is doing too much damage now. The Kled does remount and doing the damage onto that, and it does look like they're going to get the kill onto the Sett. Here comes the Sejuani for the possible double kill, but she is going to actually turn around on this. Not going to engage, and it did stop the Baron. That is the important part. Zac missing his slingshot over there, but it did stop the Baron. We do have Drake in about 10 seconds. Everyone's going to be alive except for the Sett. TP coming out from the Caitlyn on the spot lane. Sejuani taking her Raptors. Do you see the Kled doing the damage onto the Sejuani? Is going to remount now, so now it does look a little bleak for that Sejuani, but first Drake actually coming out for the team of a League of Legends team, and that will stop Soul for now. So definitely action back and forth here. We do see the gold actually even up after that fight, and still a close game, anyone's game at the moment. If we do look at items, we do see the Cog finish that Wit's End, and I kind of picture him going for the Hurricanes next with those items. Lulu does look like he's going for the Chalice, and Orianna has completed that Chalice. Thresh is just warding with that Stone Plate still. The Kog'Maw just face checking into this bush, and that's a big mistake coming out. Does stay alive for now, but then eventually drops to the Viktor ulti. Now the Orianna kind of in the wrong place. The jousting does land onto the Orianna. Ace in the hole does come through. Sejuani ulti does land, but that is still a dead Orianna, and definitely a mistake from the Kog'Maw coming out, just face checking that bush, and that's definitely not something that you do as an ADC, especially into a Thresh hook. So they do start this Baron. We do have the Sett on the backside kind of looking for this engage. It is going down very slowly, but Sejuani is going to walk into a trap, does get the headshot. Sett is here to do some damage. The Thresh hook actually lands onto the backside. Viktor is chasing, does get the kill onto the Lulu. Sett is doing quite a bit of damage, but now the Sejuani does run into the Viktor, and this does look like it's going to be turned around back onto the Baron. Once again, it did reset. Viktor kind of making sure that no one else is in this. Kled is getting pretty low, but he's still staying quite healthy. Kog'Maw decides not to engage on this, and I think this is, Sett is just going to back off, and this is going to be a Baron for a League of Legends team, and great turnaround coming out from them, and all from that pick onto the Kog'Maw, blind checking that bush, and definitely now there's a 3,000 gold lead to a League of Legends team, so the gold swinging in their favor for the first time in this game. We do see the Infinity Edge coming out for the Caitlyn, Adaptive Helm coming off for the Kled and the Zac, so all these items being completed here. Viktor does have the Lich Bane. Caitlyn sitting on about 70% AP if I'm not mistaken. Crit. We can't actually see. Oh, let me just go back there to check her crit. 70% crit, which does come from that cloak of agility, and I think this might be a turn of the tides here for a League of Legends team. Coming out is going to be interesting, and it will be. Sett is engaging on the top side, and thank you so much to Slicky08 for the follow. Really appreciate that. Viktor coming out on the bot side to push this tower. We do see a response from Team Ferocity, but the tower does go down. Sett kind of pushing in the top lane. Zac here does almost engage onto the Kog'Maw, flash away from the Lulu to kind of keep her alive, but Kog'Maw doing damage on the backside to this Thresh. Sej isn't gonna get this, actually gives it over to the Cog, and Kled is just pushing the top side while the TP came out from the Sett to help with that. Caitlyn pushing in the mid lane. While that action is happening, she does put those traps to keep her safe, but we do see the Sejuani with the Sett kind of coming through. She is actually going into the base. She can use that 90 caliber net to get over, she does, but the Sejuani is here. Kled is on the backside, does go in onto the Caitlyn, and this is going to be a dead Caitlyn from that Sett. And great response coming out for now. Defense definitely holding, but for how much longer? We do have a Drake coming up in about 50 seconds. So there is going to be a reset from the team of a League of Legends team actually to finish the Zeal on the Caitlyn. Do you see the Spectral Cowl coming out, and I think that's going to be an Adaptive Helm coming out from the Thresh. Thornmail being finished off by the Kled. We do have a Spirit Visage from the Sett, as well as that Giant Spell coming out. I think I'm not too sure what he's going to build into that. There are quite a few possibilities. Hurricanes is completed by the Kog'Maw, so if a League of Legends team doesn't get onto this Kog'Maw, it's definitely going to be a lot of damage coming out. Viktor here in the wings to possibly do damage. We do see ward being clear. Kled does get a little bit of poke from the Orianna, but I don't think it's going to be much. And I think this might be our fight for the game. Kled being coming down, getting poked a little bit from the Sett. He unfortunately can't get out, and that's a shutdown onto the Kled. And now it does look like they are going to back away. Actually, they're going to start to continue doing it. They do go in to get the smite, but now they are caught out. Great ulti from the Sett coming out onto the backline. Going for that Caitlyn. Does get the shutdown. Thresh is dead from that Cog. And now the Viktor is trying to run away. Zac is going to get the slingshot over the wall, but now the Sett does flash actually to get the suck in over the wall. Does get the gravity field, which is great. The speed up coming out with his Q and the burst damage actually shutting him down. He's actually not going to go the way that the team predicts, and he is going to be seen here. He might use the Q on the creep to get the speed up, but he is actually waiting. Does get the ulti from, but great gravity field once again coming out from this Viktor, and that is going to be a safe Viktor for now. He just decides to run away. I don't think there's anything they can really do for that. So second Ocean Drake coming out for the team of a League of Legends team, and yeah, this is still anyone's game. Coming about 1,400, 500 gold league coming out for League of Legends team, and yeah, some really interesting fights. We have 3 minutes 40 seconds on the next Drake, and I'm surprised that we haven't just seen a siege. Ooh, we do see the Kled actually go onto the Orianna. Orianna uses her ulti to get on flash away, but the Kled ulti does come in, does hook onto the Orianna, but it does look like she's going to get away with the speed boost. Flash coming out from the Kled. He does use that dash to get a joust is going to come through, and that's going to pull her closer, and the damage might get there. Actually not. The Blade of the Ruin King coming in to slow the Kled down, and this is going to be a dead Kled once again. So once again, kind of in the wrong position for this Kled, getting a little bit greedy without any vision, and going down for his team. And now that might open up, well, I think it just delays this game a little bit longer for this Kog'Maw to carry once again. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can close this game out. But for now, Viktor kind of trying to hold his own. 7-3 and 11 on the Viktor. Caitlyn is pushing in the top lane to complete that Phantom Dance. It looks like it. Sett is moving there to possibly block it off, but it does look like they might turn on to Baron actually, which is going to be interesting. We don't have a TP on the Kled, so he is going to have to get here no ulti from that Kled, so he is going to be stranded in base for a while. We do actually see it being started out here from the team of Ego Ferocity, but they decide to turn it around. He might, he's just going to take the pink ward on the backside. Thresh is clearing wards on the front side, and they do take that scuttle. Kled, that has given time for Kled to get here. Nothing kind of happening just yet. Both teams very nervous to engage on each other. Kog'Maw does start the Baron, so does the Sejuani now. This might be the fight that we're looking for. We do see the push in the mid lane. Caitlyn is actually backing off, but now she has to turn around to go back there. Viktor has come in, but this might be a little bit too late. Zac is waiting in the wings, but they actually decide to turn around and stop fighting. Death Ray landing on the Orianna, and that's doing a lot of damage. Gravity Field does keep them from the back, but now they do have the inside track onto this mid lane, and might get caught out. Here comes the Viktor doing some damage onto the Sett, but nothing too hectic. Gravity Field does come down great onto the Sejuani. This might be a dead Sejuani. She does flash away actually, but I think she still is dead unfortunately. Cog in the mid lane trying to protect this, but we do see an engage on the backside actually, and I think this is going to be a turnaround for Drake. Zac actually goes in onto the Orianna, does miss it unfortunately, does get the slinky arms, does the hook comes through from the Thresh, but the damage from the Kog'Maw is just proving to be too much. Does use that ulti to try to get away. Is the Orianna ulti going to come through? No, it actually isn't. Kled's ulti comes onto the Kog'Maw, but now the damage is going to come through once again to this Kled, and that's a dead Kled. Viktor is caught out by the Sett. Does use the ulti from the Sett coming out. Haymaker does miss, but he does get that kill onto the Viktor. So this might be the turnaround once again coming from Team Ferocity. And there's just a back and forth between these two teams. So definitely now we have still 1,000 gold lead to the team of a League of Legends team. And that dragon is spawning in 30 seconds. So I would like to see Team Ferocity actually go for that dragon rather than the Baron. We do see a TP play coming in the top side to push that tower, and war is just being cleared by the Kog'Maw. He does look like he wants to try and take this Baron by himself, but I'm not too sure if he's tanky enough. Zach trying to catch this Sett, but he does get slowed by the Storm Razors. Is going to get hit, and he's just a really fast Sett. Does miss the Slinky Arms, does use the ulti on the backside to get onto the Caitlyn. He's going to turn this around. Great damage coming out onto the Caitlyn. He doesn't have flash, unfortunately. Flash away from the Caitlyn. He does use flash at the end actually, but he does go down. This might be the Baron for Team Ferocity though. The Thresh lands the kill, the hook onto the Baron and gets the steal. Oh my word. And this is going to be a turnaround onto the Drake. Sejuani does get the Drake, so that is Ocean Soul for the team of Team Ferocity. But great steal coming out here from the team of a League of Legends team. Zach does go in onto the Orianna. She is caught out, and that is going to be a dead Orianna, kind of in the wrong place at the moment. Caitlyn has finished that rapid fire cannon, does go back and pick up a Zeal, TP's back into lane to be there for her team, and this does look like it's going to be a push in the mid lane for that inhibitor for the team of a League of Legends team. And they continue to use the siege. I'm not too sure if they're going to go for the finish. They are trying to without the Orianna auto coming through, but Zach does go onto the Cog. Flash coming through from the Viktor, but unfortunately that is all the damage. Caitlyn doing quite a bit of damage on the backside to these towers, but they are actually going to go down. Kled does get ulted onto the backside, but doing the damage now onto the Sett. Zach does go in but misses his knockup. Kog'Maw just doing damage on the backside, destroying through this team. Does get one kill, does get the second, and the shutdown onto the Kled. And that is a double kill for the Kog'Maw coming out. And we might see a return push from the team of Team Ferocity. And once again, the game is not over. It's only about a 3,000 gold lead, and at this stage it's not much at all. I would like to see this Caitlyn actually sell that Doran's blade and pick up a dagger for the extra attack speed, but in terms of items, we do see the Blade of the Ring King completed on this Kog'Maw. Thresh does miss the hook, and it does look like he's going to take this tower down. One more hit, two more hits for that tower, and they are just pushing in the bot side. Hook does land on the Orianna, but I'm not too sure if they want to engage on this. Caitlyn trying to clear this wave, but they do actually decide to back off as they don't want to overstay, which I think is a great call coming out from that team. Sett hasn't completed anything different besides that Deadman's Play coming out. Stoneplate being completed for the Sejuani. Orianna does look like she's going for the Morella Lomicons, if I'm not mistaken. Kog'Maw, I'm not too sure what he's building with that. I'm not even sure what that item is called. Jerome's Fist. Lulu coming out with the Aegis of the Legion, it looks like it. Thresh does have the Adaptive Helm. We did mention the Caitlyn. Viktor has completed his Death Cap, which is going to be a great power spike. Does have the Blasting One for, I think might be a Void Staff if I'm not mistaken. Zach, I'm not too sure what he's going for with that Blasting Wand. And Frozen Heart coming out from the Kled on the top side. So definitely very close game here for everybody who is watching. Thank you guys. Let me know who you think is going to take this second game actually. We have seen one Baron taken by Ego Team Ferocity. They did start the second Baron, but the Thresh hook did actually steal that away. Soul being picked up by Team Ferocity here, and we do have ALOLT in about 2 minutes 30. We do see engaged in the top side. Zach actually misses his knockup, and I think that might be the third or fourth one in a row now that we have seen him miss, unfortunately. So the engagers being just a little bit off for that team. Caitlyn in the top side by herself, which is a little bit risky, But we do see them protecting this top side. Kled in the bot side, pushing the lane, trying to get that to push in with the timing of those waves. Damage, a little bit of damage coming out onto the Caitlyn, but they don't have much deep vision. Here is the Thresh in response to support her in case anything does go down. Kled not picking this fight with a 10-3 Sett, and I fully understand that. Caitlyn doing damage to this top tower, but now, oh, engage onto the Caitlyn, does get the lantern away. Now Thresh is going to be locked down, and that's going to be a living Thresh. They are actually pushing into the mid lane. Here comes the Kled to secure this, inhibit a Nexus turret. Will they be able to finish it off? They are going for it, and they do get the GG. So great game coming out here for a League of Legends team, kind of using their Caitlyn as bait to push in the mid lane with that inhibitor down and taking the final Nexus for that game in the series. And what a game coming out here, back and forth, great execution from both teams, and yeah, a lot of action coming out from both the teams. So really, really great game. I can't really say. I thought this Sett was going to be able to carry his team to victory with that 2 kills in the beginning, and he did end the game with 10-3 and 8, unfortunately. I would have liked him to maybe respond to the Caitlyn in the top lane and leave that clear for somebody else. But yeah, great utilization of the misguidance from trying to go to the top lane by Team Ferocity, and utilizing that Kled ulti to get into the base and secure that Nexus. So really great game coming out from both teams. Another amazing game from the first division with all the action. Great Baron steal coming out, and yeah, I really appreciate the game once again. It does look like there might be a game coming out tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'm not too sure if it will be casted. We will have to check out on that, but once again, great game from the side of both teams, and I really appreciate everybody watching the stream, coming out and supporting these teams in their games. It means a lot to them. I know they can't really say much to you guys, but I'm pretty sure they are. I really appreciate you guys coming through and giving them support. Yeah. In terms of post-game performance, I really didn't think that this Orianna pick did much, but once again, I think the Viktor was the issue for Team Ferocity in that fight, and I would have liked to see the Viktor possibly banned. He did end this game 8-5, which wasn't too bad, but we do see him on 17,000 gold, so he was second in most gold behind that Kog'Maw, and I think that is the issue, is that there wasn't really a response to this Viktor doing so much damage and just group damage with his ulti, being able to land some great gravity fields throughout the fight. But yeah, unfortunately, I think the threat was just that Viktor, and yeah, thanks once again to everybody who did join throughout the stream. Hit that follow to get those notifications for any games coming up. We are trying to bring you as much action in the VS Gaming League as we can. I know there are quite a few games double booked. As far as I know, we do have Ego Team Ferocity having another game tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, so don't miss out on that. I will try bring you the action if I am able to. Might be a little bit later than the first game, but definitely will try bring you guys that action. Yeah, hit the follow for those notifications. I really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe to contribute and just support me bringing you guys these streams and trying to bring you guys all the action. I am trying to improve the stream for everybody who is watching, and really appreciate all the support and help that everybody has gotten. I will be asking you guys just for some help throughout. I am trying to get something sorted, but yeah, really appreciate it once again for the support. We will catch you tomorrow night. There is a game tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, as well as Sunday night, 8 o'clock. So definitely we'll be seeing you guys around then. And once again, this is another VS Gaming League brought to you by Dynasty. And have a great night. Cheers, everybody.